Have you ever woken up in the morning and just sat there for a while on the edge of the bed, trying to summon the strength to stand up? Your legs feel a little weaker than they did last month. Your arms take a little more effort to lift. You walk a little slower, not because of pain, but because your body just doesn't feel as strong as it used to. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. After the age of 60, it's completely normal to experience a steady decline in muscle strength. What many people don't realize is that this muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, isn't just about getting older. It's about what we do or don't do to support our bodies along the way. Here's something that might surprise you. Your muscles don't just grow stronger from what you do during the day. In fact, your body does its most important work while you sleep. That's when it rebuilds, repairs, and renews your muscle tissue, but only if it has the right building blocks to work with. And those building blocks come from food. Not just any food, but the right kind of gentle, nourishing bedtime foods that work quietly while you rest. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 4 powerful, natural bedtime foods that can help you fight muscle loss, restore strength, and wake up feeling just a little more confident in your body. One peaceful night at a time. And the last food? Just 1 spoonful before bed. But the impact on your muscles might surprise you. Stay with me till the end. Before we dive in, if you're curious about simple ways to stay strong while you sleep, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to Everyday Health Pro, and share in the comments. Have you ever tried a bedtime snack that actually helped you feel better in the morning? I'd love to hear about your experience. Now let's begin with something gentle, something green and fuzzy on the outside, sweet and tangy on the inside, the humble kiwi. You might think of kiwi as a refreshing snack on a summer day or something to toss into a fruit salad. But here's the part many people don't know. This little fruit is a quiet hero when it comes to sleep and recovery, especially if you enjoy it at night. Let me tell you a story. A gentleman named George, 74 years old, widowed, a retired teacher, told me something interesting over a cup of tea. He said, "You know, I don't really sleep through the night anymore. And when I wake up, I feel stiff, like my body's been holding tension while I slept." He wasn't in pain exactly, just tired, drained. His legs didn't feel as stable as they once did. His arms had lost that easy strength he once took for granted. He thought that was just part of aging. But I asked him to try one small change. Eat 2 kiwis about an hour before bedtime every night for 2 weeks. That's it. You wouldn't believe the difference. Not only did George fall asleep faster, which he hadn't done in years, but he told me he started waking up feeling lighter, more rested, and more mobile. "I don't creak like an old chair anymore," he laughed. "My legs feel like they belong to me again." So what makes kiwi stand out? For starters, it's one of the few fruits that naturally contains melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain, it's time to rest. While many people turn to melatonin supplements, kiwi provides a gentle, food-based source that your body can absorb and use naturally. Research even shows that eating kiwi before bedtime can enhance both the quality and length of sleep, especially for older adults. Here's why that matters. The deepest, most restorative stages of sleep are when your body carries out its most important muscle repair. While you're lost in dreams, it's hard at work repairing worn tissues, balancing hormones, and rebuilding strength. But you only get those benefits if you actually reach those deeper stages. Kiwi can help open that door. Beyond melatonin, kiwi is packed with antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E. Why is that important? As we age, our muscles face more inflammation and oxidative stress, the very things that cause stiffness, soreness, and that slowed down feeling. Antioxidants help clear away that cellular damage so your muscles can focus on rebuilding rather than constantly repairing. It's also a rich source of potassium, which plays a key role in proper muscle contractions, and can help prevent those annoying nighttime leg cramps. And if you've ever shot out of bed with a sharp calf cramp in the middle of the night, you know how valuable that is. Best of all, kiwi is easy to digest and won't cause a spike in your blood sugar, even with its natural sweetness. Thanks to its low glycemic index, it's a safe choice for people managing diabetes or keeping an eye on insulin levels. It's also naturally low in sodium, which makes it a great option for anyone watching their blood pressure. So how should you enjoy it? Simply peel and eat 2 ripe kiwis about an hour before bed. Take your time. Maybe pair it with a quiet book or some soft music. This small ritual can gently signal to your body, it's time to rest, time to heal. Of course, everyone's body is different. A few people may find kiwi mildly upsetting to the stomach if they're sensitive to fruit acids or have certain digestive issues. But for most, it's gentle, calming, and easy to tolerate, even soothing. We've seen how kiwi can quietly guide you toward better sleep and recovery. Now, let's move on to something more familiar, something many of us have cracked open alongside morning toast or tucked into a favorite family recipe, the humble egg. You might be wondering, eggs at night? It's true. We often think of them only as a breakfast food. But here's the surprise. Enjoying an egg before bed can offer remarkable benefits for your body overnight, especially if you're over 60 and aiming to maintain strength, balance, and muscle tone. See, what makes eggs so powerful isn't just that they're rich in protein, though they certainly are. Eggs offer what nutrition experts call a complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to grow and repair. They're especially high in leucine, that all-important amino acid that activates muscle protein synthesis. That's a fancy way of saying, when you eat eggs, your body gets a very clear message. Hey, it's time to rebuild. Now here's where it gets interesting for seniors. As we age, our bodies become a little less responsive to small amounts of protein. A 25-year-old can eat a small serving of chicken and build muscle, but someone over 60 often needs a slightly higher dose of quality protein, especially leucine-rich protein, to get the same benefit. And that's where eggs shine. Just one large egg contains about 6 grams of protein with about 500 to 600 milligrams of leucine, enough to contribute meaningfully to overnight muscle repair. If you eat lightly at night, or if your dinner didn't have much protein, a soft-boiled egg an hour before bed might be the missing piece your body needs to stay strong. But there's more. Eggs also provide vitamin D, which many older adults are low in, especially if they don't spend much time in the sun. Vitamin D is not just about bones. It also plays a big role in muscle function and coordination. Combine that with the choline found in eggs, a nutrient that supports brain and nerve function, and you've got a food that helps your body move and respond with more ease and confidence. Now, you might be wondering, but what about cholesterol? That's a fair question, especially since eggs got a bad reputation years ago. Here's what the science now shows. For most people, moderate egg consumption, about 1 egg per day, does not increase heart disease risk. In fact, some studies suggest eggs can actually improve your cholesterol profile by raising the good HDL cholesterol. Unless your doctor has given you specific instructions to avoid them, eggs can be a very safe, very valuable part of your diet. Of course, how you prepare your eggs matters too. A gently cooked egg, think soft-boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled in olive oil, is easy on digestion and retains more nutrients. Avoid frying in butter or adding too much salt, which can irritate your stomach or raise blood pressure. And if you have trouble chewing, a soft egg is one of the easiest proteins to eat. No jaw strain required. Now let me share a real example. There's a woman named Lean I met through a wellness workshop. 68 years old, always cheerful, always bringing fruit for everyone. She struggled for years with feeling weak in the mornings. I get out of bed and my legs wobble like cooked noodles, she once said with a laugh. She didn't eat dinner late and often skipped snacks after sunset, thinking it would help her sleep better. We added just one poached egg to her evening routine. Not a big meal, just a warm little bite before bed. 2 weeks later, she told me, I didn't think it would do anything, but I don't feel so wobbly anymore. I actually feel stable. That's what the right bedtime protein can do. It's not about eating a heavy meal at night. Far from it. It's about giving your muscles just enough of the right fuel to repair and rebuild while you rest. Your body does the work. You just have to give it the tools. Let's shift our attention now to something you might not expect. Something you could hold in the palm of your hand, maybe even forget in a jar at the back of the cupboard. But don't let their size fool you. These little seeds are one of the most underrated bedtime foods out there. I'm talking about pumpkin seeds. Yes, the same little green seeds, sometimes called pepitas, that you might find sprinkled over salads or tossed into granola. But when it comes to your muscles, your sleep, and your overall nighttime recovery, pumpkin seeds carry a lot more power than their tiny size suggests. Let me introduce you to Harold. Harold is 72, a retired gardener with hands that still look like they know how to work the earth. He came to me with a common concern. I wake up every morning with tightness in my legs, I stretch, I move, but it still feels like I didn't rest at all. We looked over his evening routine, his meals, his sleep habits, and one thing was missing: magnesium. You see, magnesium is a mineral that helps your muscles relax. Without enough of it, your muscles may stay partially tense even during the night. That's why some people wake up feeling sore, even if they slept for 8 hours. And guess what one of the best natural sources of magnesium is? That's right, pumpkin seeds. Just a small handful, around 1 ounce, can give you about 37% of your daily magnesium needs. That's impressive for such a small bite. And when you enjoy them in the evening, you're giving your body the tools it needs to unwind physically, not just mentally. But magnesium isn't the only trick pumpkin seeds have up their sleeve. They're also one of the few foods that naturally contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body converts into serotonin and then into melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. While tryptophan on its own doesn't knock you out, combining it with magnesium creates a powerful 1-2 punch for better, deeper sleep. Better sleep means more growth hormone release, more cellular repair, and yes, more muscle rebuilding during the night, all while you rest under the covers. And let's not forget, pumpkin seeds are also a decent source of plant-based protein, about 7 g per ounce, along with healthy fats that help slow digestion. That means your body gets a slow and steady release of amino acids through the night, not a quick spike and crash. It's gentle, sustaining, and just what aging muscles need to heal and grow stronger. Now you might be wondering, how do you eat pumpkin seeds at night? Simple, keep it small. A tablespoon or two is more than enough. You can eat them plain or sprinkle them over a bit of plain Greek yogurt if you'd like a protein boost. Some people warm them slightly in a pan to bring out the nutty flavor, but you don't have to. Just keep them unsalted. Sodium late at night isn't friendly to your blood pressure, especially if you're managing hypertension. They're also high in zinc, which helps with cell repair, immune strength, and even hormonal balance, especially important for men over 60 who want to maintain healthy testosterone levels, which are tied directly to muscle mass. All that from a seed. Nature doesn't waste space. A small warning: as with all nuts and seeds, pumpkin seeds are calorie dense. That doesn't mean they're bad. Just be mindful not to eat them by the handful, especially late at night. Stick with a small portion. Think of them not as a snack, but as a nightly tonic for your muscles and your sleep. And now we've come to the last one, the quiet champion of bedtime strength. It doesn't have the sweetness of fruit or the crunch of seeds. It's not colorful or flashy. But if there's one food that truly works while you sleep to rebuild the muscles time tries to steal, it's this one: cottage cheese. Now, before you wrinkle your nose or think, that's something my grandmother used to eat, stay with me. Because behind that simple, lumpy texture is one of the most effective muscle-building foods you can eat, especially before bed and especially after 60. Let me explain why. There's a special type of protein found in cottage cheese called casein. And casein is different from the protein in, say, chicken or fish or even eggs. It's slow digesting. That means once you eat it, your body doesn't burn through it right away. Instead, it releases amino acids gradually over several hours, keeping your muscles gently nourished all through the night. Why does that matter? Because when you sleep, your body enters repair mode. But if you don't have enough amino acids in your bloodstream, the building blocks of muscle, your body can actually start breaking down muscle to fuel other processes. That's the last thing you want, especially if you're already dealing with age-related muscle loss. Now imagine giving your body a steady trickle of those amino acids throughout the night. That's exactly what a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese can do. It doesn't spike your blood sugar. It doesn't feel heavy in the stomach. It just quietly gets to work supporting muscle growth, repair, and strength, all while you rest. A dear friend of mine, Martha, is 76, sharp as ever, but she'd started to notice her legs getting weaker. Climbing stairs became harder. Getting out of the car took more effort. She'd been told it was just aging, but that answer didn't sit right with her. So we made one tiny change: a small bowl of low-fat cottage cheese, just a few spoonfuls, about 30 minutes before bed. Within just 3 weeks, she told me, it's like my body finally got the message. I wake up feeling more energetic, and I feel steady again. That's the power of giving your body what it's been missing. Cottage cheese is also rich in leucine, that same muscle-activating amino acid we discussed with eggs. But instead of delivering it all at once, it provides a slow, steady supply throughout the night. Picture it like this: eggs give you a quick boost, while cottage cheese offers a gentle, consistent hand supporting you until morning. For those watching blood sugar, here's another benefit. Cottage cheese is naturally low in carbohydrates, especially the plain, low-fat kind. It won't cause insulin spikes or lead to nighttime crashes. In fact, its protein may help keep blood sugar levels stable overnight, which is especially valuable for people managing diabetes or prediabetes. Concerned about sodium? Simply choose a low-sodium version. They're widely available. If heart health is on your mind, go for low-fat or 1% varieties to help keep saturated fat in check. Now, let's talk flavor and texture. Some enjoy cottage cheese just as it is, while others like to mix in something extra: a few banana slices, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or even some leftover kiwi from earlier in the day. The idea is to keep it light, simple, and satisfying. Remember, this isn't meant to be a full meal. It's a quiet signal to your body. Here's what you need. Take your time. Repair while I rest. Even a single spoonful can make a difference. And here's the beauty. There's no cooking, no prep, no fuss. Just open the container, grab a spoon, and let it work its quiet magic while you sleep. Many people over 60 think they need big changes: intense exercise, strict diets, costly supplements, to feel strong again. But in truth, lasting strength comes from consistent small actions, from knowing what to give your body and when. And at bedtime, a little cottage cheese is like a good night hug for your muscles. So now that we've strolled down this gentle nighttime path together, take a deep breath. You don't have to turn your life upside down. You don't have to chase perfection or count every calorie. What your body truly craves after 60 is sustainability, small, thoughtful choices you make day after day. And tonight, That choice could be as simple as peeling a kiwi, boiling an egg, savoring a spoonful of cottage cheese, or letting a few pumpkin seeds melt on your tongue before bed. These aren't just bedtime snacks. They're gifts to your future self. They feed your muscles, calm your nerves, and set you up for deeper sleep and stronger mornings. Each quiet evening ritual is a reminder that you still matter, you're still strong, and you still have the ability to rebuild. Because here's the truth: muscle loss isn't a life sentence. It can be slowed, reversed, and even prevented. And it starts with giving your body what it needs in small, consistent, caring steps. So tonight, instead of drifting off feeling like your strength is fading, you can rest knowing your body is rebuilding, gently and steadily, while you sleep. If this video has sparked hope or given you new ideas to try, I'd love to hear from you. Which bedtime food are you most excited to test out? Share in the comments. I read every single one, and your story could inspire someone else in our Everyday Health Pro family. And if you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe to Everyday Health Pro. Here, we're creating something special. A place where getting older means becoming wiser, stronger, and more connected every day. Until next time, rest well, eat mindfully, and wake up stronger. You've earned it.